April 24th, 2023. It's Finance Nation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways. 7 ways to live a more stress-free life. So, I'm just going to go down the list that I came up with. I just came up with it in the past 5 minutes. So this list is not exhaustive, but I hope you have a great time. So the first one I came up with that everyone already knows, I mean, people probably know this, is cleaning your house. If your house is clean and you can organize your thoughts, you can get stuff done, everything just becomes more clear. And even Susie Orman, she has a book like the Financial Ways for a Successful Woman or something, I forgot the title. If I find it in my house, because I think I own it on my bookshelf, or I got it from the library, either one of those. I probably got it from the library, otherwise I'd know that. Eight successful ways for a wealthy woman or something like that for Susie Orman. But, having a clean house was one of those things. And I even noticed that with myself. Whenever I clean my house, it's like, oh, everything that I had already planned to do, or like, oh, I need to get that done. Oh, I need to get that done. It's like, oh, it becomes more clear, all the plans, all the goals. So with that said, moving on to the next one. So that was clean your house. Next one is clean your financial life. So like, you can set goals, make a monthly financial statement, yearly or quarterly, however you want to do it, and cleaning that up, getting an emergency fund ready. When you have that, it's like, and you see the actual number. I remember a few years ago, my emergency fund it's lower then than it was now, but it was like $6,000 or $7,000, and then I was only spending $850 a month. So I was like, oh, I have that much money. I kept my investment statement, but I didn't actually, I didn't value the emergency fund until that point. And then I was like, I started spending possibly a little bit more because of it, but that's also when the inflation came in at the same time. So it kind of hindered me, luckily, to keep my lifestyle down as well. So cleaning up your financial life, there's so much more, of course, that goes into that, but I'm going to move on. So going on a walk, the endorphins on the brain, that get released when you exercise. So just relaxing outside and feeling the stress-free. It's a little stress on the body, and then actually getting to sleep better when you exercise. So stuff like that. And with that said, the next two are together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are drinking water and eating healthy. So having a much more healthier, nutritious lifestyle. For me, I have asthma. And during the pandemic, the stimulus money, one of the things I bought was a blender. I'm extremely allergic to a lot of fruits and vegetables. The only meat that I found that I was allergic to was tuna fish. So I took these allergy shots like every week for like 6 years. And I was supposed to take them for the rest of my life, but I didn't. And so one of the things was fruits and vegetables, and I can even tell the allergic reaction. But I diluted it with milk or orange juice, and I had bought this NutriBullet. I'm looking at it right now. That's why I keep looking over there. And so the thing was, immediately that first night that I had some greens in there, I could just feel like my chest. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I think 3 or 4 months later with, fiber and everything, I was just like, and I was going on walks. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, people feel this all the time. So that was another thing. And then reading to relax. Like, it takes like discipline to just sit there and turn off the YouTube. I don't have cable. I've never had cable as an adult on my own or satellite. Except maybe like, I stayed at an extended stay before I bought my house back in 2006. This isn't an apartment I'm in now, because my house did get foreclosed on in 2011. I ended up becoming homeless. But anyway, I was in that extended stay. That's the only time I had cable. And, had I not had cable, would I have watched public television? I don't know. But opening up a book prior to actually me becoming homeless, which is a terrible story. So I was homeless, and I opened up a financial book. I saw one in the library. I opened it up, and I was a little bit uncomfortable reading it outside and stuff. But I remember shortly after, when I wasn't homeless, I was just reading those books. So it did possibly change my life a lot to be homeless. It changed my direction. of what to do and reading, and what that does for me as a stress level, to actually come back and reading, taking the discipline to turn off the radio, turn off anything like that, and then open up and read a book. And it's different from reading a textbook, because I finished my master's degree in 2017. I had 2 courses left when I became homeless. So, of course I read my textbooks, and that's not the same thing as reading for leisure, even though it's nonfiction, because I do enjoy nonfiction books. But moving on to that's 6. Oh, that is 6. So number 7 that I came up with in the 5 minutes before I started this video was set an outline for your goals. So I actually mentioned this in the point of cleaning up your house. When things become clearer, like you could set to-do lists, you could set an outline for your goals to map out your plan. I actually I was just remembering this, I had a really bad teacher in elementary school, and we were setting goals. We did and we didn't spend much time on this in school, otherwise it could have changed the direction of my life. But she was like, okay, we're going to do these goal thing, and we're going to do the miniature steps and the big steps, and how you're going to get there and stuff. So I'm like, okay. And I go, so this someone said this will get me to where I want to go. And she said, you can do anything if you just do these goals. It's like, really? And I said, all I have to do is write this down and do it. And she said, yeah, but you can't really just do that. It was like, what? And so I totally, as an impressionable child, I took that with me, and I think I dismissed the whole goal-oriented thing in my life. And, she said, yeah, all you have to do is do those steps. Maybe she could have even added to it stuff I would have figured out, like modify it and add to it, but she didn't say that. And whether it's out of envy or whatever, it was very frustrating. Just last night I was thinking about that. But anyway, setting an outline for your goals, and once you learn this stuff, and you're getting to that position, you can then take action with that. And so to set your mind, if your mind is set on a different path like mine is, it's very difficult, I understand that, to switch over and say this is the way, because you have your foundation built in this other scenario, and it's just not the way it is. So for me, the way it is, people don't understand for me getting my bachelor's and master's degree. But it was probably a lot easier for me to pursue that and just take the action and get it done, because I had this foundation built in within public schooling, within a foundation of adults surrounding me that was education. So I was able to finish that education with a lot more ease of action. Had, someone else who's an entrepreneur, or has parents who are entrepreneur, who has friends who are parents that are entrepreneurs, they're telling them, hey, you can do anything you set your mind to. All you have to do is meet these goals. All you have to do is pursue it, take action. They grow up with that mentality. So to switch over and say, oh, this is my responsibility, you've already known that's been your responsibility. So, but when you see the outline on your goals, and you see that on the piece of paper, and you can map out where you are at, and maybe you could be in 2 or 3 different places on the map, but it's something else to keep in mind that can actually de-stress you and go, oh, I'm further along than I expected to be. So, it's just one of those things. So those were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways. Clean your house, clean your financial life, go on a walk, drink water, eat healthy, relax, set an outline for your goals. Again, this list is not exhaustive. So, thank you so much for watching, and check me out here on YouTube. I'm already in other places, but I'm not searchable for some reason. I have a podcast on Spotify, but Finance Nation is not searchable for some reason. So I don't know what to do about that. And comment, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.